All right. We are live, I think. Everything's working. Yeah, it looks like it. All right, I'm back. What am I doing today? I don't know. Let's see. So, I was looking at some books. Um, this Nan Golden book. Highly recommended. Uh, it's a great book. What's it called? Couples and Loneliness. I was looking at this. It's very much like if you're familiar with Larry Clark or those kind of artists. Very kind of raw, like relationships. Very much the art life. Um, there wasn't big evidence of like lots of drugs in here, but I'm sure there's drugs involved somewhere. But that's a great book. And Nan Golden. Um, it always sticks in my mind that photo of her where she has the black eye, where she obviously got in a fight with her, I don't know, boyfriend or husband or something. And I just always remember that photo. Anyway, great book. Um, so, what's on the docket today? Kijimi update. I got some parts from Mauser. I desoldered some capacitors and what was the other thing? The main thing that I did? Oh, the crystal on the hardware board or the main board. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, tested those. Still no life at all on my processor. I'm not getting a 24 megahertz signal, so I'm back to the drawing board. Gonna have to talk with the engineers or something and try to figure some stuff out. I'm not sure what's going on there. Kind of bummed about that, but oh well, what are you gonna do? So, while I am working on that Kijimi stuff, what I thought I would do today, what I started doing yesterday is building a second Moog Model 15 kind of modular synth MIDI controller. So a whole lot of word salad in one thing, but there you go. So what am I talking about? So let's switch over here and look at this the screen. Okay, so this is the Moog website. Oh, another. Speaking of Moog, this is a great book. I was given this as a gift at my last job, and it's called Analog Days: The Invention and Impact of the Moog Synthesizer. Trevor Pinch and Frank Trucco. Great book. This is all about Bob Moog and how in kind of the whole story of how he invented the Moog synthesizer, which is the topic for today. Should have led with that instead of Nan Golden. But she's great too. But anyway, so yeah, that's a great book, and it also gets into, I can't pull his name. A big part of the book is Wendy something, where they play the switched on Bach. I can't remember the name of the composer. So they started out as a guy and later became a woman. It's a great book. Not a great book. Great stories in that book about her, and also the switched on Bach and how that all came to be. Really interesting. The connection with Moog, because it was all done on a Moog. Really interesting. So, at any rate, what are we doing? Okay, so I'm at the Moog website, and this is the Model 15, which is a kind of modular synthesizer they made. I have no idea how many of these they made or when they were made. I'm guessing like, I don't know, 80s maybe, 70s. Who knows? I should know the history. I don't know any of the history. I just know that if you go online and look for a real one, like an actual Moog Model 15, they're in the tens of thousands of dollars, probably 15, 20, 25, $30,000. I would absolutely love to have my hands on a real one. Be amazing. But This is the next best thing. It is this is an app. I was trying to figure out if I could make this work on the PC, and I had no luck. I was struggling with that all morning. I thought because you can also, by the way, so this is an app on the App Store, which I bought. I think it's $15 or $20, something like that. Sometimes they have sales. I bought it at a Christmas sale one year, and it was way cheap. But at any rate, it's a great iPad app. That's how I started with it. And it's kind of all touch, and you can see the cables and things on the screen there. You can kind of patch it, right? And so that's how I started out. But now they've since released this as a audio unit and a VST plugin, a VST3. So which is awesome. And I have used both of those plugins on the Mac in Logic Pro and Ableton Live, and they work great. I'll probably show you a little bit of that today. And they have a standalone app as well, which I've used, which I'm about to show you in a couple seconds here. But I couldn't get the VST3s. I thought because it's a VST, it would probably work on a PC, but they just kept showing up as folders, so I think it was packaged for the Mac or something. So I don't really know if this is compatible. If anyone out there knows, please let me know somewhere. I would love to know whether it's compatible. But at any rate, so they made this wonderful app, and here, maybe I can find like this. They have like a video on here. This is the website. So this is what it looks like. They have a big, nice vertical monitor here, which is pretty awesome in their studio, and they're running it that way. That'd be an amazing way to just dedicate this and like have this thing set up. So beautiful. And flexing with the giant Mac Pro tower over here. Jeez. All right. So I think this is like Susan Chennai. Playing. Am I not going to get audio? I'm not hearing this audio. I see it, the levels bouncing, so it looks like we're getting audio from the PC, but the way things are set up right now, I can't monitor it for some reason through my headphones, so hopefully you are getting some audio out there. But at any rate, you can see her using an iPad and changing, knobs and stuff on the screen. Anyway, so that's how I started out, right? But I hated it that way, honestly. Really, really hated it. I mean, it was fun on the screen, and there's some cool things you can do with the like Moog strip. You can kind of slide up and down and change stuff, which was kind of cool. But overall, I wasn't into it. Enough of that. I think what I will show you next is, what do I want to show you? I will just show you the app. So I'm going to switch views here and go over to my Mac. It took me so long to get this Mac routed in here this morning. Oh my God. So this is my Mac now. Here, I'm going to switch over to my Mac. Okay, I'm on the Mac, and that's that was the Moog Model 15. I just opened it, and this is what it looks like, right? This is the interface. And if I scroll down here, it's a kind of a full modular, and you can click on these patch cables and patch them in and all that stuff, which is awesome. So you can, but they have some custom sounds here already, or they have some sounds, and I already have those hooked up. And now all the knobs and stuff you can change by clicking and dragging on the screen, or if you had an iPad, you could do it manually. I hate that stuff. That's why I got into modular synth, because I just got sick of being on a screen. So what I did with this thing is I created a MIDI controller that connects to this thing. And can I show it to you? Do I have a camera that will actually show right now? Hold on a second. So let me switch back over here. Maybe we can go to which cam? Let's go here. No, that's the wrong one. How about the SE? Okay, so you can kind of see it over here in the other area. It's cutting off the top. We'll fix that later. But basically, I built a replica. I laser cut the boards and built a replica of the Model 15, kind of somewhat-ish to scale. And then made physical knobs and buttons and everything that look exactly like the Model 15 in the app. So here, let me go back to our screen here. Which one is it? This one. Okay, there. So, oh wait, no, I want to go back to the Mac. Okay, there we go. So what I did basically is matched exactly my model, and I'll show it to you later. I basically took this app and took screenshots and then recreated all the interfaces in Adobe Illustrator, and then exported those all and laser cut faceplates. And then cut holes and things for all the potentiometers and switches and knobs and all this stuff. All right. And then wrote an Arduino program, and it's running off an Arduino Pro Micro. And it runs as a MIDI controller. So what I thought would be cool is maybe I'll leave this here. And you know what I can do is, so we can see something too here, is I'll put the SE2 into this interface. So bear with me for a second. I'm gonna click this, click OK. Ooh, okay, there, it's huge. Okay, so this is, so what we're looking at now is actually the Model 15, the second one that I'm building, and we'll talk about that in a bit. But what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and throw this kind of at the bottom of the screen, so later when I have the Moog in view, you'll be able to see kind of me and what's going on. So let's go over and just hear it first. So what I'm going to do is, hopefully my mic, I'm going to be kind of across the room, but hopefully all this is going to reach somewhat. I'm going to stretch out my mic here, and we'll see. So I'm going to change this camera angle. Okay, there we go. There's my keyboard, and that's the Model 15, and I'll just kind of leave it here-ish, and we'll see what we get. Just so you can get an idea, maybe I can put this back a little bit more. Here, let's do this. Yeah, maybe that's a little better. I'll get a little wider shot here, and then maybe I'll do a close up. So, what does this thing do? Let's hear it first. So hopefully we're going to be able to hear all this. All right. So just playing a chord. So by the way, I have this set to an arpeggiator, so it's arpeggiating the 3 notes. But what we can do now is we can modulate all this just like we're using the app, but from here. Yeah, get that sweet filter, low pass filter open. Yeah, and then we can throw in some, they call it regeneration, like resonance. Yeah, let's fool with some stuff, so. And then you can also start shifting, right? Okay, and then we're back. So then we can still mess with all this. So let's mess with this a little bit. Oops, messed it. And then you can start fooling with these things. Ooh. Ooh, nice deep bassy. Some of these, I don't know this patch really. I just kind of randomly picked this in. So I don't really know. Some of these may not be actually patched over there. Here, let's try fooling with this. This is the delay. Oh wow, that's weird. Get everything really maybe a little more percussive or something. That's kind of weird. Ah, pretty cool. So you get the idea. It's, you know, kind of like endless fun. So whatever you have access to on the app, you have access to here, but immediate control. You're not clicking and dragging or touching an iPad, which I love. So, okay, so how do we kill that? I gotta kill the filter or something. There we go. Okay, so that gives you a quick demo of how the app works. And so let's come back here and I'll click back onto my main cam. There we go. So that's the actual app, and that's the first Model 15 MIDI controller that I built. So what am I doing now though? So that's fun. That's like actually using it, which is super cool. I don't know, I find this thing so immediate. I end up using it all the time. Here. Sound like I'm in a tunnel. I'm gonna bring this thing back and we can talk a little closer again. Okay, so what do I want to show you? I'm gonna go grab some of the boards so I don't have to keep switching cameras, and I'll just show you here. Hold on a second. So these are a couple of the boards. I'll show you two first, and then maybe I'll show you the other two. So, like I said, these are laser cut. It's 1/8 inch birch plywood. Could be done on all kinds of stuff. Actually, this is kind of version 1.0. Version 2.0 would be super cool. Would be to, you know, get printed circuit boards in black, kind of like to match the Moog, and then actually another circuit board as just do a PCB that would just be the front cover, like this. And then do a PCB inside and just do all surface mount stuff. Because I have the, you know, microscope and the capability for surface mount. These chips are the circuits are super simple. It'd be super, you could do through hole too, but it would be kind of a version 2.0 is to redesign this that way. But at any rate, here's like the first, not first, yeah, this is the top. This is the very top. There's kind of 4, you know, rows in this thing, and this is the kind of top one. So what I've done is I just put some pots in there so far. That's kind of what I had on hand. I had to order a few parts that were missing. There's a couple, like this is a three throw switch. So it's a switch that has 3 positions. There's a couple 4 6-position switches in this thing. And then this is kind of the back. So I kind of labeled this. I have a system to keep track of everything. But then I just soldered in the positive and negative connections on all the pots and some of the switches there. So yeah, so that's it. So this is one of the boards that's kind of in process being built. And then this is another one. Oop. We hear a little Moog in the background. I have this keyboard jacked into it beside me as well. So if I start playing this, could get a little more Moog going. Anyway, this is this the second one? Yeah, this is the second board. This is kind of the most complex of the 4 boards. And I just got, some of the stuff put in. This one has the 4 6-position switches in there. And again, this is kind of the back, just kind of getting it going there. So how does this thing all work? I can show you the other 2 later. It runs off an Arduino Pro Micro chip, which is tiny. And you don't need a whole lot of memory, although the program does use about all the memory. I could optimize it. I've since done a couple other projects where I had to really squeeze everything I could out of the firmware, so I may rewrite it just to make it like the most efficient possible. But right now it's working fine. And how does it do this? So a Pro Micro, if any of you are kind of electronics or Arduino fans out there, all that kind of stuff, it only has like, I think 4 analog inputs or something, and maybe, I don't know, say something like 8 digital inputs. It's something around there. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's not that many. And I'm obviously running a lot. I think there are 48 or 49 potentiometers alone, like, knob potentiometers, and there's like, I don't know, maybe 10 toggle switches, and some 4 other 3-position toggle switches, and then the rotary 3-position 6. I mean, there's a ton of different inputs on there, and so maybe like, I don't know, 80 to 100 total. And so how am I getting it all in there? What I'm using is a multiplexers. So I have these 16-channel analog or digital multiplexers, and that's how I'm doing it. So in this project, it actually uses 6 16-channel multiplexers, and I believe I use every single channel on all of the multiplexers to get this thing to run. So it basically goes, all those pots and everything go into multiplexers, which basically like kind of cycle around and quickly take readings from all 16 devices that are input and kind of quickly share the time. So it's not looking at them all at once simultaneously all the time. It's kind of going in a loop really quickly and quickly looking for inputs and kind of doing a whole matrixy thing to quickly get that data and then send it over. And I believe that's, I think it's I2C. So yeah, so I think it's I2C, I believe. And that's how it communicates on a data bus to the Pro Micro, and then it sends the MIDI stuff out. I came up with this project after building a series of, this is a 48 key keyboard that I built. I started out with an 8 key one, or 12 key as a student project, and I expanded to 24 key keyboards and then did 48 just to mess with complexity a bit and added pots and all that other kind of stuff. So I did a bunch of this work as kind of a progression. And then it led me, one day I was sitting there and I was playing with that Moog and really tripping out on it, and I wanted to have the knobs, and I was like, oh my God, I can just build a MIDI controller. And so I just basically busted it out. I don't know. It took maybe a couple weeks to finalize the firmware and all the test it all and do it all, but I did pretty quickly. I had one built like I showed you, and now I just thought I had all the pieces around the laser cut pieces, so I'm gonna just build the second one. I actually have enough materials, the laser cut pieces, for a third. I am missing a few more components. I'm waiting for some in the mail to finish the second one, but if I get to it, I'm debating about maybe doing a giveaway where somebody could maybe win one of the third Moog controller, either is a DIY kit or as maybe a complete win, and you just ship it somehow. I don't know. That'd be kind of fun to figure out something like that. But so what I think I'm gonna do, I'm debating. It's a lot of work, but I think I might do a series of YouTube videos that explains exactly how to do all of this stuff, and then maybe open up a GitHub page that houses all the firmware and all the laser cut files and all that stuff, so people out there could build their own. So that might be something that I do. I'm thinking about it. I think it would be kind of a cool project to do. Because I would love to see actually other people use this. I saw one, I did a quick search when I first I built this last year actually, 2021. And when I did searches then, no one had one that I saw. When I did a search today, I did see one guy on a couple of the synth sites or whatever, and he posted like a YouTube video of him. He had a really clean looking one that looked more like a PCB face or something, but all the knobs and everything were really condensed into like just rows and really tightly packed, which is great, but it was definitely more cost effective probably. But he had it all compacted down, really clean looking, and he was just using it. But I didn't see any information to like links or if he has it DIY or not. But I'm thinking about opening that up. I think it would be kind of cool to see other people make these or do some kind of variations of them or what have you. It'd be really fun. So anyway, that's where it's at. And I think that might be what I do. Not sure yet. I'm still kind of debating it, but might be where I go from here. I'm still working on new album stuff. New albums coming along well. It's nearly. I have to record 2 more tracks, kind of finalize a third, and then it'll be pretty much done. And then what else? I'm still working on the live setup. I have it, capable to do 10.1 kind of surround and panning of the live audio. I've been practicing. I have a 7.1 kind of setup here that I've been practicing with, and it sounds fantastic. So hopefully I could do that. I've also been researching. I would love to see if I could do it. I'm not sure if I can, but OBS supports multi-channel sound. It'll do up to 8.1, I think. And 7.1 and 5.1 are definitely doable. So I'm working in 7.1 now, so I could do that. Because what I would love to start doing is multi-channel streaming. But there's a lot of difficulties. What I'm finding is none of the web browsers really support it, it seems. Or if they do, you have to go through some kind of extreme measures to get it to work. So I'm exploring ways to do this. I don't know if I think there might be a Twitch app or something too. If anyone knows about that, let me know. But it would be cool to see if I could set up some kind of app or on the receiving end there for people that have 5.1 or 7.1 surround systems. And then as I play this music live in, say, 7.1, that you could listen to it at home in 7.1 and hear the way it's being mixed on my side. Because right now the way I do it is when I stream live, whatever I stream in 7.1, I'm hearing that here as I play it, but you all get just a stereo down mix crunch of it, which kind of sucks. It really takes the kind of magic out of it. So it would be really fun to get that going somehow. So that's something else I'm working on. I would love to see that happen sometime soon. All right, so it's a little update. I do hope I can come back with some more Kijimi updates very soon. I will still be working on that and trying to finish that project. I'm getting a little demoralized, but I'm gonna keep at it. I'm dying to hear that synth too. You know, I have the 8-port expansion thing built. So if I could get the thing working, I could start to export that. I mean, you know, play that live in 8 channels. Oh my God, if you just heaven. But I got to get through this, whatever is messed up on that main board there. I got to get that fixed so this thing will take a firmware. It's always something. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it here today. You know, I hope to. I've been practicing a lot. We picked up somebody else to help us with live stuff. So there's a third kind of person now in the mix. So I'm hoping to do another kind of live music stream here with all 3 of us soon. Just play some stuff that we might play live in the summer or something. I'm hoping to get a nice PA system and then go do like parks or something. It'd be really cool to go out at night and set up a surround sound system and then have people come and kind of lay on blankets and look at the stars and just kind of trip out to some ambient music in surround sound. I think that'd be super wild. I'd love to get a mobile rig set up too so we could stream that. See if we can do something like that as well. Anyway, I'll leave it here. I hope you all are well wherever you are in the world. Take care, and I'll see you on the flip side. So long.